Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows. I am your host, Papa Joe. It's been a wonderful morning so far. Been actually got a lot of stuff going on today. Having a lot of a crazy morning trying to get stuff figured out and get caught up on emails, all kinds of fun stuff. It's always fun over the weekend when you get back to work and you have over 1,000 emails to take care of, most of which are alerts and stuff. You got to go make sure that stuff's still working. Yeah, fun stuff this morning. Fun stuff. So, looks like we have a few people in here watching live. As people trickle in here, do me a favor and pop in and say hello in the chat. It is live. It is running. It is there so that we can all have a conversation with each other. You all can have a conversation with each other, and we can just have a grand old time. I love talking to you all. It's actually a lot of fun for me. So, anyways, first things first, do me a favor, smash those likes if you like the content. And also, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel and help me grow it, that would be fantastic. If you want to know when I'm going live, when I launch videos and whatnot, check the little bell. Also, do me a favor and share it out on your socials and with your friends and family and whatnot. The more people that see this content, I think the better off the world will be. Not that I'm some magical person and can make things better for anyone or anything like that, but the content that I try to provide, I feel like is worth the time and the effort that is put into it. And I try to make sure that it is as honest and truthful as possible. And if you guys can keep me honest, I always appreciate that more than I can describe. So with that, let's also, just as something else, I do 2 shows per day. I do one here at 12:30 Eastern, and I do another one at 4:30 Eastern every single day, as long as nothing goes crazy, nothing happens. And then I'm talking family-wise, work-wise, whatever, stuff like that. And then yeah, that's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. It's $5 a month. A lot of you guys and gals are already in there, and it means a lot to me that you are. It really does. If that grows more and more and more, or this channel grows more and more and more, then this could be something we do full time. That'd be great. It'd be fun, actually. I'd love that. It'd be fun. Anyways, one other thing. Oh yeah, tomorrow, Crypto Confidential is launching. You might want to think about signing up. I've already seen some of the things they're putting out there, the messaging, the forum that they are setting up, and stuff like that. So, speaking of, I need to log in there and put some things on there and set some stuff up. So, but yeah, it should be interesting. The link scrolling on the bottom of the screen. It's also linked in the description of the channel. Sure helps the channel out. You guys sign up using that one, that particular link. That is for me to do that. So, anyways, I digress. So let's walk through here, run through here and see who we have in the chat. If you are watching live, smash the like so I know you're there. Say hey in the chat, etc., etc. It will be fun. Hey, look at that. I am not talking on sound. Thank you, Sonia. Evidently, the mute button didn't unmute me. So let's try this again. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Kim. Sherpa, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? Gloria, good morning. How are you? Let's see here. Who else? Sonia, good morning. How are you? We got Bitcoin Bull. What's up, brother? How are you? Let's see here. Can y'all hear me now? Trini Man, what's going on, brother? Yes, I am back. Sorry about that, everyone. There's a mute button on my mic. If I cough or whatever, I don't want to blow your ears out or anything like that. So I would not want to. Yeah, anyways, I digress. All right. So, anywho, today I want to talk about some of the stuff that's taking place in the world of crypto, mainly Bitcoin adoption. As we all know, that is a big deal right now. And as we all know, the stuff that I cover on the show that I've been showing you all is that how the Fed has been trying to get ahead of it, and they're not able to. Absolutely love that coffee. Definitely need coffee. So with We've got I'll cover it here in a second too. I think, did I pull that one up? I think I did. On the actually, I'm gonna reorder this so that way I get it right. No. Let's put that there. There we go. All right. Anyways, we'll talk about it in just a second. But the Fed endorses cryptocurrency, and they put it out there in their report that they put out. And I'll cover that in just a minute here. But think about that. Think about what I talked about on Friday. I think it was about Arizona. It's either Thursday or Friday when it came out that there. I don't know if it was the Patreon show or if it was here actually. So I apologize if you're. Hey, I talk about stuff on both shows, but the Patreon's where I talk about the really, really fun, cool stuff. So I may have done that. So, anyways, those of you who heard that last week on Patreon, there's another reason to join. Anyways, the Arizona's looking at it. You've got Texas, you've got Florida, you've got other states in the nation who are looking seriously at setting up legislation for some sort of adoption into crypto. You've got El Salvador, you've got Brazil. Even if the whole country, Brazil, I saw an article about how Rio, just the one city, is looking into doing crypto adoption. And that was specifically, just want to point out for you all, Rio alone, as far as his economy is concerned, is bigger than El Salvador. Imagine when the whole country of Brazil jumps in. They're like number 5 or 6 on their economy scale, if you will, compared to other countries. That's a pretty big deal. Or Turkey, looking into adding legislation into their law to allow it to be legal tender in their country. And then you've got the IMF whining and complaining like a little baby, saying, no, you need to stop doing that now. You're going to hurt your people. Really, they're going to hurt the IMF. When we pull out of their monetary system, they cannot control what you do. If you go 100% into crypto and you figure out how to get all of everything you do into crypto, get paid directly in crypto, all that fun stuff, there are so many benefits and there are so many ways that they cannot touch you. It is beautiful. It is a freedom. It is a form of freedom. And if you really understand how blockchain technology works, there is nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. It is that much of a powerful thing. And I was actually in a back and forth discussion. I responded to Michael Saylor on Twitter about something he said, and I agreed kind of in what he was saying, and I got slammed for agreeing with him. And one of the things I said was that Bitcoin, and really all cryptocurrency, is a form of, or a method by which to store energy. And what these people were like, I can't run a flashlight on Bitcoin. I can't turn the power on in my house on Bitcoin. I'm like, guys, take a 50,000 foot view back. You can spend the Bitcoin to pay your power bill. You can spend the Bitcoin, buy some batteries, and run your flashlight. Don't get so stuck down in the weeds. Take a 50,000 foot back and pay attention to what's happening, taking place. You guys need to understand that we look at this. People are so stuck in minutia. They need to step back and go, whoa, wait a minute. This is bigger than that. This is way bigger than that. And when you say stored energy, think about it from a perspective of you as a human work. You do a job, right? That job is to produce money. That money is to basically so that you can live your life. And you're storing your human energy, your human output, which is energy, into that money so that you can use that money at a later time. Even if it's a few seconds later, it's still a later time. So think about it from a perspective of storing energy, except differently with Bitcoin, you use a computer that literally takes electricity, which is pure energy, and stores it into that crypto for future use. It is an incredible way of thinking about it. It is a really interesting way of thinking about it. Tom, you work to pay taxes. You work to pay taxes. Yeah, well, I'm of the belief, and if you're new to the channel, here's a shock for you. Taxation is theft. It really is. I'm fine, and some taxes make sense, but taxing you for your physical output on the income you create, the energy you stored in that income, it's not exactly legal. There's not a law. Prove me wrong. Go ahead. There are law firms and tax law firms and other major corporations who have put bounties out to find that law. You can find it. Let me know. I'll go to the law firm and get the bounty. There's not. Have fun. Anyways, I digress. I'm kind of going down all kinds of different rabbit holes with that one. So today I kind of wanted to talk about how we are in the midst of a really beautiful sale in crypto. It is this morning. Oh, I meant to pull up wrong side over here. I meant to pull up a chart for you all. What do we got today? Oh, Matic's up nicely. It's up more than I thought it was this morning. I have a ticker widget tracking all of the different important stocks or cryptos on my cryptos on my phone. So and I had not been paying attention to. Wow, when did this take place? Let's see. I guess this is UTC time. I was looking at this morning. I was seeing like 35. What the heck? Hey, it's up. Cool. That's kind of fun. So is the Dow Jones. And guys and gals, if you're not paying attention to what's happening in the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones, they're all very similarly tracking, and you all know that they're manipulated. So is silver. So is gold. Where's silver? There he is. Definitely getting manipulated. Tons of manipulation. Anyways, overall, since our high, why is this doing this? Every day I try to, there you go. I don't know what the crap. Come on. Whatever. I'll fix it later. I need to fix that so that I bring it up. It looks clean for you all. Our high of 68,000, right? We're off of it, right? So, everything's on sale. We have an opportunity to collect. We're collecting more. Perfect opportunity for everyone to do that. So yeah, Fox Business would have you believe that crypto is struggling today. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and forget Dogecoin. For my listeners and those of you who are new, I don't touch Doge. I won't touch Doge. I remember back when I was mining, I was in I guess they were called smart pools or multi pools, a switching pool, and I had the miners pointed to switch, but whatever was most profitable at that time, and then once it had a certain threshold, it would switch into Bitcoin. So I would use graphic cards and script algorithm ASIC miners to effectively mine Bitcoin, but using it to mine other coins and then move into Bitcoin. Anyways, I found out it was switched over to Doge at one point. I was like, no. Nope. I blocked that one. I will not touch Doge. It is a joke. It is designed as a way to, I feel like, keep the people who hold the 9 largest wallets who hold more than, I think, 70 or 80%. It may have changed now, but it was back when I was at 70-80% of the coins that were available were in 9 wallets. And I think the guy who built that electric car owns one of those wallets. Just a hunch. Because he won't shut up about it. But anyways, so just for everyone to understand, if you're not paying attention and accumulating as much as you possibly can right now, you might want to consider it not financial advice. I don't give financial advice on this channel. I do not give legal advice, and I do not give tax advice. I simply giving you guys little seeds, little thoughts. You go do your own research. Hopefully this is the start of your research, or maybe it's entertaining. Yes, Sonia, exactly. Inflation is in tax. Inflation is a problem, as we talk about very frequently on the show. And we're in for a really wild ride coming into the first of the year. I didn't talk about it right now. I didn't bring anything up to talk about it, but I will. I guess I'll talk about it real quick. As you all know, my wife and I, we've been trying to find a we've been trying to buy a house, or we want to be good stewards of what the Lord's given to us, and we don't want to overpay for a home. And they're all very overinflated in pricing. Quite literally yesterday, I was just scrolling through this general area that we're kind of looking at buying something, and just scrolling through, and I'm looking at homes that are from. I just want to see what the market is as a whole, from the very bottom all the way up. I think I stopped it at like 2 million. I don't care. I just wanted a large number, and like every other home was $15,000 or more decreased in price because no one's bought it. And I'm going, I haven't seen that since 2008. I didn't see that anytime between the rise back in 2012 or 2014. I don't remember when it was. When the home value started coming back up again, I hadn't seen a price decrease not that rapidly for most of these homes. And it's interesting is, some of the homes, like one I had seen a couple of weeks ago, or well, that was last week, was $800,000, and they dropped it $300,000. An $800,000 home in this area is not an abnormal price for a home, but they dropped it $300,000. It made me sit there and go, wow, either people are really needing to sell their homes or something's going on. And this is where this is what I've been talking about. A $500,000 home was increased to $800,000 because of inflation. All of this other stuff, we're talking about inflation. It's a hidden tax in the home values, the value of the home prices. It's not their value, the home prices, the prices of vehicles. That is all a byproduct of that stuff happening. So just pay attention, everyone. Let's see, what does that do? I can move that around. Cool. Nope, let's not do that. I didn't know I could do that. You learn something new every day. Anyways, U.S. crypto executive order. Y'all remember we talking about this? Looms. This is what they're trying to tell you. A lack of bullish momentum leaves Bitcoin wanting this week as macro clouds gather on the horizon. You all know what happened whenever I found that they're going to do an executive order to make cryptocurrency as part of homeland security or a national security issue. Yeah, crypto went up as soon as that news hit. It's a big screw you. We don't care. There's not a bill. There's not an executive order. There's not anything that can stop this. There's multiple countries around the world who have tried. You can't stop it. You can't ban it. You can't stop it. It doesn't work. You just need to understand. Bitcoin will be buying my brother's place for $300,000. No wonder he's I don't know if he's selling it. Maybe we're gonna talk soon, I think. So we can talk about that then. Anyways, fun times for sure. So I really, guys and gals, don't worry about the executive order. It is my personal opinion, and just thinking about this, knowing how blockchain technology works, you really cannot sit here and worry about that. They can't control it. They don't issue it. The Federal Reserve knows this. The Federal Reserve has stated multiple times that they can't control, they can't regulate, they can't anything crypto. Just be ready for that. Anyways, more adoption news. The power's on. The Fed endorses cryptocurrency. Kind of. They're endorsing CBDCs. Yeah. Given the significance of the United States creating and adopting its own central bank digital currency, the Fed's paper is worth highlighting. I've been telling you all, and I'm going to continue to tell you all, the CBDCs is going to be worth nothing. because all it is a method to track what you and I do and what you and I spend. Oh, just understand. This is going to, I really genuinely believe that what Cliff High was saying, it's going to die. We, the people, when the people realize that they're going to launch a CBDC, like if they actually go do that, when people realize that, they're going to stop. And they're going to go, yo, that's just the dollar again. Why are we touching this? There's no reason. Oh, and they can track me more. Make taxing easier, things like that. Why would we want that? The people of this country, and realistically everyone around the world, is realizing more and more. I mean, I don't know if I hope you all have been paying attention to what's happening in Canada right now. They're looking into DC next, just so you're aware. Like, they're trying so hard. I saw a TikTok, I think it was Cliff High actually shared it this morning on his Telegram. If you're not following him on Telegram, you probably should. Specifically referring, or they're throwing nails on the roads to stop the truckers from getting to Ottawa. There's a massive problem. It is absolutely crazy to see what they're trying to do. The reason they're stopping this. Trudeau and his family went to some undisclosed location. They left their home. They feel threatened. They feel unsafe. I wonder why. So what's happened is all these truckers have parked their trucks in the streets, and they're not leaving until they stop the mandates. They stop the requirements. They're coming to DC next, is what they're saying. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but these convoys are massive. 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 Hundreds of miles long. Just need to understand, we the people are in control. And you sit here and you come out and say, you're going to regulate blockchain? Good luck. You're going to regulate crypto? Good luck. You're going to create your own digital currency? You're too late. You sat on the pot. You did nothing. You could have joined in the Bitcoin bandwagon initially, but you did nothing. You got to understand, we are in control as the people. We are in control. The Federal Reserve is a privately owned run bank. Don't believe me? Go look it up. If it was a public bank, or if it was an actual part of the government, it wouldn't have stakeholders. Stakeholders means ownership. Yeah. Also, you should read The Creature from Jekyll Island. It's a really, really good book. It's very thick, I'm being told. I digitally read it. I just read it. Anyways, adoption is here. Look at this too. China plots nationwide blockchain development over real-world use cases. Now, this is where my world meets the crypto space, the technical stuff. I've been trying to drive adoption for crypto, for blockchain. Cryptocurrency is just as important as blockchain technology. But blockchain technology is something that the world hasn't seen. You have a computer that's everywhere and yet nowhere. You can build whatever you want on top of that and it'll run. You don't need the infrastructure. It's there. All the while you're doing a profit share with everyone who's involved. What the heck is wrong with that? It's fantastically amazing. It's a new form of economy. Some of the key areas of blockchain development include manufacturing, energy, government data sharing and services, law enforcement. That one's weird, unless you're tracking something. Anyways, taxation. You forget that one. Criminal trials. That could help. Inspection. I don't know what that means. And border crossing finance and cross-border finance. Yeah, most of those make sense. Supply chain is also another one that they did not add here. Actually, I think they did later on in the thing here. But yeah, they're not wrong. The U.S. and the rest of the world is going to end up having to get over this. Tom, yes, exactly. Evil's about to get run over. We're about to run this through. So just understand, everyone, blockchain technology is a form of adoption for crypto. The reason being is because it is the underlying infrastructure behind things like Bitcoin, Ethereum. Ethereum is the infrastructure. The Ethereum token is a monetized token so that you can use that infrastructure. Things like that. Just understand this is the direction we're going and this is how this stuff works, just so you understand. Blockchain adoption is just as important. I actually think more important than adopting cryptocurrency because there's so many problems with the way things are set up. If you can have a transparent blockchain and then you can automate everything around it, have some smart contracts are kind of the easiest way for me to explain to most people is I look at them as tiny little forms of AI, and then if you set up machine learning with it, it can start to automatically do its own transactions once the business logic is built into them appropriately. I'm going to get into the weeds here a little bit, so I'm sorry. Just understand that this type of stuff gives you and me a better tomorrow, our children a better tomorrow, a easier way to make sure that we can prove that things happen. It's very, very nice, very amazing. We will see as the world evolves into this space, as I've been saying since those of you who know my story with cryptocurrency, I started mining to learn what blockchain technology was. I didn't look at Bitcoin as a form of money at that time. Not very many people did. It wasn't worth much. And you need to know and understand that people like me, we figured this stuff out. We figured out how this stuff works. And now I'm looking at taking places where I work, other places that come to me, and they're like, how do I set up blockchain? How do I figure out how to track something? How do I whatever? And I can connect the dots because I understand how it works. There's not a lot of people who do, like not into the weeds, not into the chain code and that stuff. Being able to quite literally take an entire system that a business does and shrink it down to something that's very, very small, very, very nimble and automated, their businesses will line up, and they already are lining up to figure out how to use this stuff. Educate yourselves on it because it's going to fundamentally change how we as a nation in the world does this. I'm not kidding. Just to put something else into perspective for you all, adoption. Cryptocurrency is hiring frenzy. It's in hiring people. Businesses want someone who understands crypto. I really think they mean blockchain. Unless they're trying to figure out how to accept crypto, that's easy. That's easy. That's so easy. Anyways, just understand that search, according to a new Indeed report, searches for careers in cryptocurrency and blockchain and the technology, you guys, anyways, wow, have spiked, and postings for careers in the field have jumped by 118% as of July 2021 compared to previous year. It's not going away, people. Adoption is taking place. It is our job, who've been in this for so long, to make sure that the adoption happens in the correct manner so that it actually has the appropriate impact for humanity. Because these corporations are going to come in here and they're going to say, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And you're going to sit there and go, the first two will work, but the other two won't. And they're going to be like, well, I was told that this is the silver bullet. This will solve all the problems. Not always. It doesn't. Bitcoin does not solve all the problems. If Bitcoin does. Blockchain doesn't solve all the problems. You can't use it for some things. It doesn't make sense. You have to be realistic in your building of this. This is why someone like me with architectural background and setting stuff up, you need to make sure that you set it up right. Otherwise, you're going to end up dealing with problems on the road, and you just need to make sure you do your stuff appropriately. I'm going to shift gears here real quick. And I just want you to keep an eye on this. Okay, he's not wrong. What I'm about to point out here, I've pointed out, and I don't think I've ever talked about it on any shows, but I've pointed out in conversations with different people. Salvador's president predicts a gigantic price increase for Bitcoin. There is not enough Bitcoin for global millionaires if each of them wants to own one. One. There's a lot of people who hold a lot more than one. Just saying. There's already even less supply. Salvadorian president Nayib Bukele. You know what, Nayib? If I ever get to meet you, I am gonna just go ahead and tell you now. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm not good at that stuff. I'm just not. I'll just be honest. Anyways, made yet another bullish Bitcoin price prediction soon after soon after the IMF had urged his government to remove Bitcoin's status as legal tender. Basically saying, screw you, which is what the rest of the world is going to be doing. Those of you following me on social media understand I've been posting little memes here and there, stuff like that, of how this is going to work. Anyways, Bukele took to Twitter on Monday to predict that Bitcoin will ultimately see gigantic price increases due to its limited supply of 21 million digital coins. The president cited Bitcoin's scarcity case, emphasizing that there are more than 50 million millionaires in the world, and there is not enough Bitcoin for each of them to even own one. Not enough for even half of them. I don't even think there's enough for a quarter of them, to be honest with you. A gigantic price increase is just a matter of time, and he's not wrong at all, if you really think about it. Also, I was listening to another one of my morning shows that I pay attention to, if you will, talking about how Millennials and Generation X are over the next 25 or plus so years are going to start inheriting their parents' inheritance. It's kind of a bleak way of looking at it, but if you looked at what's taking place, 2.5% of millennials own stocks. The rest, more than 50%, is owned by boomers. Do you understand what that means? The majority of millennials and Generation X, they own crypto, Bitcoin. The amount that's sitting in retirement accounts, if you will, is somewhere in the ballpark of, I don't remember the number. It's more than $6 trillion. So, or I actually think it's in the, doggone it. I don't remember. It's a lot. Several $1 trillion coming into the crypto market just because they don't trust the stock market. The stock market's going to collapse over the next 25 years. It's dead, and the bankers know that. There's no way in the world people in the millennial space or the Generation X are going to touch stocks. They've watched how they've screwed the world, and they know they are not stupid. They try to pawn off the millennials, and they try to pawn off the Generation X's that they're stupid. They don't know what's happening. They get it. There is storm sitting waiting behind the curtain for the entire monetary system, and they are going to get to the point where they're going to have access to this type of money, or they're going to make their own money with crypto already. There's not an age limit on crypto, people. Your children could be earning stuff in this. They could be making money in crypto. My kids are. Just saying. And they recognize my son, my daughter, they don't want dollars. If they do extra chores, they want Divi, they want Litecoin, they want Bitcoin, they want Polygon. Just saying, pay attention, raise them up right. And it's ticking time bomb, guys. Gals, ticking time bomb. Anyways, I am going to leave it there. I'm going to go and grab some food with my beautiful wife. And yeah, I should see you guys at 4:30 this afternoon for the Patreon show. If you are not signed up for it, you really should. I talk about all kinds of different things on that show, and I get into more detail and give more of my opinion because I cannot say that kind of stuff out here. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen right here. The Patreon show. It's $5 a month. Not much when you think about the in-depth discussions that I have with you all there. So anyways, yeah, fun times. And I'm going to have an interview. I'm going to try to set that up this week, and I'm going to put it on the Patreon show, and then I'm going to launch it on the regular show. So it'll be a restream for the regular show, but the Patreon show will get it first. Anyways, you all have a wonderful and beautiful day, and I will see you today at 4:30. Talk to you later.